Yo, my name is Major Slack and welcome to my Elden Ring Ultimate Power Start. In this 5-part mini-series, I'm going to take you on a wild ride to collect enough smithing stones to make a plus 16 weapon of your choice, a plus 12 backup weapon of your choice, 3 plus 5 Somber weapons, a plus 5 Spirit Ash, 10 flask charges, enough Trina's Lily to make almost 30 sleep pots, 8 cookbooks, and you will have most of the above ground of the game completely mapped out with convenient sites of grace all over the place, and a boatload of money. And we're going to do all this in under 3 hours from the start of a brand new game. Now some of you may be saying, Slack, I've seen runs like this before, and it means speed running through high level areas. I've tried it a bazillion times and I keep getting clobbered. I can't do it. Well, I feel your pain, and yes, it's true. If you want to put together a plus 16 weapon early game, you need to run through Gale Tunnel, Celia Crystal Tunnel, and Seal Tunnel way up in the Altus Plateau. All 3 of these are high level areas that you're not supposed to be attempting until mid to late game. Attempting to speedrun through them is essentially suicide. Yes, it can be done, but at what price, glory? If you have to spend hours struggling through dozens of failed attempts to speed pillage Celia Crystal Tunnel with all those frickin' death roaches shooting pest threads all over the place, killing you dead every 30 seconds, is it really worth it? That's where I come in. Stick with the Slack and you won't get whacked. That's right. In my Ultimate Power Start, I will show you how to fight, not run, fight your way through these high level areas. In this run, we are going to blow through Gale Tunnel in 7 minutes flat, Celia Crystal Tunnel in 12 minutes flat, Sealed Tunnel in 9 minutes flat. And I'll be doing all this with a level 3 wretch and default weapons. That's right, I've discovered that if you take a few common household weapons and resources and mix them together with some good strategy in the right proportions, you can literally blow shit up. Once you complete my Ultimate Power Start, you'll be able to slap together any one of many ridiculously overpowered builds of your choice and start clobbering the game like a superhero. This Ultimate Power Start is perfect for those who don't have the patience to follow a complete walkthrough of the game and are just looking for a quick way to get a leg up on Elden Ring's grueling gameplay. I'll eventually be following this Ultimate Power Start with a whole series of builds that you can create after doing this run. What you're watching now is a build I created using a plus 16 greatsword. I've developed this Ultimate Power Start to be compatible with any character class. All you need initially is Strength at 11 and Dexterity at 10 in order to kick off this run. If you start with the Lands Between Runes keepsake, every character class will have enough money to level up Strength to 11 and Dexterity to 10 except the Astrologer, who will have to sell some of his default weapons to hustle up enough scratch. I'll let you know exactly when you have to do that. Which brings me to another point. Unlike other similar runs you may have seen elsewhere on YouTube, I'll be showing the entire run in real time and I'll be giving you detailed instructions on exactly how to pull everything off. No clickbait here. I will get you to the finish line. I am not an elitist. I specialize in catering to gamers of all skill levels. Alright, that's it for the intro. Saddle up, lock and load, let's get busy and get you a plus 16 weapon.
Major Slack Videos.
Alright, here we go. Elden Ring Ultimate Power Start. Brand new game. Choose any character you like. I'm doing this run as a wretch just for demonstrational purposes. If you don't know which character to choose, I would go with the Vagabond. But choose any character you like. But you must choose the Lands Between Runes keepsake to give yourself 3,000 runes to start off with. That's important. Okay, Lands Between Rune. Pretty up your bad boy or your bad girl, and that's it. We're off to the races. This is Gamer Slack down there in the trenches behind the gun, and MC Dub Slack here in the rear with the gear on the microphone. It's going to go a lot faster like this, although in part 2 and part 3 I do switch over to live commentary because there's a lot of complicated instructions in Liurnia and Shiafra. But that actually increased the running time. Total running time of this particular run, this wretch run, came out to 3.5 hours, but that's once again with the live commentary. I did another run with the Vagabond that I did not record. I just did it using every strategy that you see here, and that time came out to 2 hours and 50 minutes. Cut out 35 minutes off the running time, just not doing it, like just not being burdened with commentary. So yeah, that's how much live commentary slows me down. During this part 1, if there's anything that I can't keep up with because Gamer Slack is just going to be on the move, just do exactly what I'm doing. Everything is planned. Now that being said, I've taken great care to take like a safety first approach. Alright, I want this to be accessible to as many gamers as possible, regardless of your skill level. Okay, so if there's any part of the run where I felt there was like, let's say for example, I do a certain part, and only 7 out of 10 times I'm successful, 3 out of 10 times I fail. So for me, that's like a 30% fail rate. And I know for other gamers, that's going to be more like a 50 or 60% fail rate. So that is unacceptable. So in situations like that, I go safety first. So you'll see certain situations where I'm taking certain precautions. Don't forget, this is not a challenge run. This is a game guide. Like I said, I want to be accessible to as many gamers as possible. And I'll explain more about that later. With your flask charges, to start off with, just go 2 and 2. Okay, I'll light up this site of grace here, and the next stop is the church dead ahead. After we hit the church, we're going to go to Gatefront Ruins, meet up with Melina. Get the horse. Make sure you grab this golden rune 2 here. That'll give you 400 runes. So now everybody has 3,400 runes. Light up this site of grace here, and grab the smithing stone off the blacksmith table ahead. And we have our first smithing stone.
I can also see that you're not
here at the merchant. Sell off your runes. Okay, so now everybody has 3,400 runes, and buy the crafting kit. Must buy, and buy 3 cracked pots. Must buy. This is not negotiable. Alright? This run is going to rely heavily on sleep pots and fire pots. And now we're just going to race straight up. There's kind of like, you see like a kind of a natural corridor through the woods here. Almost due north from the Church of Ella. And we're running along the path which is on the right side. We're just going to ignore all the enemies here, all the soldiers. Unless you want to stop them and kill them for some extra chump change, but you don't really need to do that. Even if you're playing as astrologer, which you're going to run a little short of money, you could just sell your astrologer staff and the short sword, which you don't really need, because we're going to get another. You're going to get another staff right away, almost right away, so it's no big deal. Alright, straight over here, dead ahead to the side of grace. Gatefront. Hook up with Melina. He's going to give us a horse. It would help a lot if you learn how to jump off your horse in mid-gallop. You can do that by pressing the crouch button as you're galloping on the horse. And I'm just going to fast track all this dialogue here. Accept, and she gives you the spectral steed whistle, which will allow you to call up the horse. And that's it. Exit, and I'm going to tag 3 sites of grace: the Church of Ella, Gatefront, and First Step. You don't have to do that. This is something I always do. And back to the Church of Ella to meet Rena, who's going to give you the Lone Wolf Ashes.
May I have a pleasure to meet thee, Ty and the witch. I'd heard and upon the talk thou art to call forth the spectre. I was in torrent. 'Tis a summon them with it. The spirits will obey. Now it is that. Forgive mine, I doubt we. How long will it be?
Okay, jam through all that dialogue there. You get the Spirit Calling Bell and the Lone Wolf Ashes. And at this point, you need to get Strength to 11 and Dexterity to 10 using your money. Here I'm playing as a wretch. This is testing my horse. Because I'm playing as a wretch, I have enough money to push strength up to 12, so that's what I did. But you only need up to 11 for now. Later you're going to have to push it to 12 so you can use the Morning Star. And back to Gatefront. So everybody's got strength at 11 and dexterity at 10. Next we're going to take out this soldier in front of the wagon that's carrying the Lord's Horn's greatsword. Most characters can one-shot him by simply getting behind him and doing a critical hit. With the Wretch, it's best to do a charge attack. Get behind him with the club. Charge attack, breaks a stance, critical hit, finish him off. However you can do that, kill that guy, and grab the Lord's Horn's Greatsword. This requires Strength 16 and Dexterity 10, but if you two-hand it, it'll increase your Strength by 50%, so all you need is Strength at 11 to handle this sword. Okay, and at this point we're just going to call up our horse, run down, grab the map, which is right here. Grab these smoldering butterflies here, very important, okay? Grab those smoldering butterflies and you can hook around here. Double back along this path and hop off your horse into the cellar here. See, this is where, you know, being able to hop off your horse in mid-gallop really helps. You'll be doing that a lot during this, so practice that. Okay, press the crouch button while you're galloping on your horse and you'll hop off. Right, grab the whetstone knife and the storm stomp ash of war, which we're going to sell. And back to Gatefront. And now we're going to blast through Gatefront ruins and collect smoldering butterfly again. First on the right, in front of this soldier who's sitting down in front of the campfire right here. Grab that on the run. Dart over to the left. Grab some smoldering butterfly here and down to Agil Lake north side of Grace. Occasionally you see me collecting other ingredients or materials on the way. Unless I specifically say so, you don't need to do that, but I'm like kind of like an ingredients materials hound, so I just grab everything. Next stop, this bush right here. Hit it to reveal Vok, who's going to give you 10 mushroom. This is an easy way to get 10 mushroom, which is required to make fire pots and sleep pots. So just interact with him. First hit the bush to bust it open and burst open a puff of smoke. Then interact with him, run through all his dialogue. He gives you 10 mushrooms for free. And you grab an arteria leaf here. And now we're going to go jamming across the bridge on the right side. You're going to have to watch out for the horsemen patrolling the bridge. Stop halfway and get a smithing stone here. And take off. Keep to the right. And you're going to hop over here and grab another smoldering butterfly. And double back to the south. Aim towards the minor tree there. And you're going to come into a little field with this guy sitting down and grab a somber smithing stone 1. Now we're going to head to the east. By the way, I'm going to be using the compass a lot. So the compass is along the top of the screen there. And we're not going to do anything here at Waypoint Ruins. Just discover it. Turn around to the south. And underneath these overhanging ruins here, there's always a mage who, once you kill him, gives up a glintstone staff. So those of you who are playing as the astrologer, your staff has now been replaced. I believe they're the exact same scaling. And double back here. And here we're going to drop down. There's 4 smoldering butterfly in a special stash here. It's right in the corner off to the left here. I'm going to show you. You just run in and grab it. It's right there. Grab those and take off. Okay, so now we got lots of smoldering butterfly and lots of mushrooms, so we can make a ton of fire pots, and that's going to be immensely useful in Celia Crystal Tunnel and a few other places. So straight down here to the south, and we're going to discover the Agil Lake south side of Grace right here. Grab a mushroom right there. Every time you see a mushroom, grab it, because you will run a little short near the end of the run. Up here we're going to grab a golden rune too. It's right by that post there. If you kind of approach from this side here, you can just run in and grab it like this. And then head to the south up the hill. Once you get to the top of the hill, you're looking for the tallest yellow tree in the distance. Not that giant earth tree in the top right corner, but this tree right here. Okay, you're going to jump off on the left side right here. Don't worry, it's a safe drop, and then jump down again. Once you get to the bottom, you're going to grab an artillery leaf and the large club. It's a great strike weapon. Here I kind of fumbled getting the artillery leaf. And then take the spirit spring up. Point to the north, land here. And there's a Trina's lily here. That's an ingredient you need to make sleep pots. And over here are some tarnished golden sunflowers. You drop down here, you can make some holy water pots with those. Grab 4 of these, and then use this tombstone step to get down here. Turn to the left, drop down on the rock, spin around, and you're going to go straight down the center of the road. This is important. Gallop straight down the center of the road. When the guy uses his catapult, it's going to catapult right over you. Watch it, see, it goes right over you. Then veer off to the left. And you can kind of like just tweak slowly forward so that you can carefully grab these smithing stones here. Grab the stone sword key, and usually I like to hop off the horse to grab these smoldering butterflies so I don't go like vaulting over the side, which I've done at times. And discover this site of grace here. And we're going to make 3 fire pots. Okay, this is a situation where, like I said, you know, safety first. We're going to go into what I call Morning Star Camp and get the Morning Star. There's 3 dogs in there. Occasionally, they'll kill me as I'm trying to grab the Morning Star. I would say, like, you know, 3 out of 10 times that'll happen. So, I know for some gamers that's going to be like 7 out of 10 times. So, make 3 fire pots. You can instantly kill all the dogs with the fire pots. It's better to be safe than sorry, you know? Like, you're going to have to backtrack and, you know. Okay, so straight down here to the south, you're going towards the wagon. You're going to hop off right about here. Target the dog, throw a fire pot, instant kill. Target the dog on the left, fire pot, instant kill. And you're going to go around the left side of the wagon and look for a 3rd dog off to the right. If he's around, kill him with a fire pot. If he's not around, there he is. Kill him. And now you can freely grab the Morning Star. Okay? That's important. The Morning Star we're going to be using in Silly Crystal Tunnel and a few other places. Grab that golden rune there and a smithing stone 2 there. That's important. And you could kill that teardrop scarab for the mighty shot, or the mighty, what's it called? Yeah, the mighty shot Ash of War, but you don't really need it. And up here to discover the site of grace. At this merchant, if you don't have enough money, buy the cracked pot. You can always buy the smithing stones later. Don't worry about it if you don't have enough money. If you're playing as a wretch or the vagabond, you'll have enough money. If you're playing as astrologer, maybe as the bandit, you might not have enough money. So here, the most important thing is to buy the cracked pot. And you can sell off the Storm Stomp Ash of War, any golden runes you have, and you can sell the flail too. Did we get the flail? No, we didn't get. Yeah, sell the Storm Stomp Ash of War, you don't need it. Here I'm going to buy everything. Okay, I'm going to buy all the smithing stones. But like I say, if you don't have enough money, buy the cracked pot. You can always buy the smithing stones later when you have a lot more money. And back to Agio Lake North. Once we get there, you're going to point to the big sword. See the big sword there in the that right there? And just go straight towards it. Right through this field of swords. And this will point you directly at what I call Fire Grease Camp. And you're going to enter it basically on the right side here. Up this little ramp here. Hop over and grab this cookbook right here. That will allow you to make fire grease and some more smoldering butterfly. That's what I call the Fire Grease Camp. And dart off to the left here to avoid any soldiers that got excited. And head over to this kind of like this mound here with an alpha wolf on it and grab a golden rune too. Turn to the east, grab a whole bunch of tarnished golden sunflower here, and drop down here to the site of grace. Murkwater Cove? Murkwater Coast, I believe it's called. Site of grace. You don't have to rest, you can just discover it. That's important, to discover it. You don't really need those raw fruit, but like I said, I'm an ingredient sound. Down here, grab the mushroom. I missed the mushroom. Yeah, grab those mushrooms. And take the spirit spring up. Kind of veer off to the left as you're landing, and then turn around Gonna hop over the first bear and grab 3 Trina's Lily right here. 1, 2, 3, and just take off. And if you can grab those gold tinge excrement, that'll be good. You need like at least 1, but grab as many as you can. There's some more. I call it bear poop. That's what it is actually, bear poop. And make sure you get the smithing stone there. Hit up that artist shack. That's kind of optional. It's no big deal. And make sure you hit up the set of grace. To the east, up the hill, we're going to grab some more tarnished gold and sunflower. This is primarily for those who are, you know, like playing as, like making a faith build, because holy water pots will do more damage in a faith build than fire pots. Okay, and you're going to hop off this cliff here. This is a safe drop. And down here towards this Golden Ring graveyard, which has the sleep pot cookbook. You hop off your horse and get on top of this guy right here and grab Fever's Cookbook 1. That'll allow you to make sleep pots. Make 2 right away. You got everything you need to make 2 sleep pots. Get them ready to go. And gather all the golden runes in this graveyard. There's 7. 2. That's 3. That's 4. Give me 5. There's number 6, and there's number 7. And I should go north to get that mushroom. Yeah, good slack. Who's a good slack? Get that mushroom, and off to the east. This is something that you don't need to do. I aborted this strategy. Throwing a fire pot down at that guy to get, it's like a guaranteed great dragon head. But I went with another strategy. You don't need to do this. That's like a 50% drop rate, so if you do that and you don't get a great dragonfly head, don't worry about it. And switch out back over to the sleep pot. Just skip that altogether. I aborted that strategy out of the, like, and drop down on this tombstone step here, and another one here. Drop down here. And you're gonna find the second tombstone step from the left, okay? There's one, the second one, not that one. And you see a big bear down there, a lesser rune bear. He will totally wipe his ass with you. Don't even attempt to like take him on. Target him, throw a sleep pot, lock off, back off. Get up on your horse. You can hop over to the other tombstone step across the way. And drop down here. Grab smithing stone 2. And 2 more Trina's Lily, which will replace the sleep pot that you just spent. And putting that bear to sleep will give you just enough time to do all that. If you don't put him to sleep, you can still grab those goodies, but it's pretty precarious. Sometimes the bear will whack you off your horse, and it's just like, you know, it's a pain in the arse. So, you know, why not? There's like, what, 83 Trina's Lily in the game. Head up to the east here. Teardrop Scarabs, you can actually sneak up behind them. Their little head, make sure the little head is at the, like, the front there. So now we're right behind him. So you can actually sneak up, do a charge attack, strong attack, and get the Sacred Blade Ash of War. That's extremely important. This is going to carry us through this run. And we're going to slap this on the Lord Sorin's Greatsword, which is going to improve its damage by a lot. Okay, so galloping to the Third Church of America, over here to grab the Sacred Deer, and the Flask of Wondrous Physic, and the Crimson Crystal Tear. Hop up the horse, Site of Grace, and you're going to put the Sacred Blade on the Lord Sorin's Greatsword. Sacred Affinity. Okay, increase amount, like apply your Sacred Tear, and down to, yeah, we can use this too. I didn't end up using it. Lord Sorin's Greatsword, Sacred Blade, Sacred Affinity. Okay, make sure you use Sacred Affinity. Okay, the Flask of Wondrous Physics is going to be extremely, it's going to be like essential to this run. But what we have in it now, we don't really need. Alright, so we're galloping down here to the west. Underneath the kind of like overhanging ruins. The Kenneth Height Bridge, I like to call it. There's some free magic grease here. If you veer off to the right here and then cut in to the left, you can grab it. This is not important, but I usually like to grab it. It's not important. You can skip that if you feel, if you feel like you don't feel comfortable doing that. Because we can always make fire grease anytime we like. But I can't pass up a freebie. So okay, we're going to discover the Mistwood outskirts side of Grace here and sleep till daytime. Point yourself to the east. Put a beacon on this map pillar right here. And we'll go right towards that map pillar. Up ahead is what I call Bear Pond. There's 2 giant lesser room bears and a smaller bear. This is another situation where I go safety first. The smaller bear occasionally interferes with you as you're trying to sneak across this pond, and then it turns into a complete clusterfuck. So just cast a couple of Sacred Blades on him and finish him off and get rid of him, okay? Do that carefully and don't alert the sleeping lesser room bear and the patrolling lesser room bear. Now we're just going to wait here in these bushes in sneak mode and wait for the patrolling lesser room bear off in the distance to patrol fully to the left. He's going to do a fake patrol right now. Watch this, watch. He's going to go and then he turns around. See, this is to catch you off guard. Because you think it's safe, you start to go across, then he doubles back, catches you, and you're screwed. So make sure he's done his fake patrol to the left. Now he's going to do the real one. Alright, he starts patrolling for real to the left. And you can start going now. Get the bear poop first right here, gold tint excrement. Get this pickup right here. Those throwing daggers, those are important. This is a golden rune 4 or 5, I believe. It's a 5. And you can get the big batch of gold tint excrement there and sneak over here to the rocks and you'll be safe. Okay, and just follow my path exactly like this. Just stay in sneak mode. And you can sneak up on this other lesser room bear sharpening his claws on a post. Target him and throw a sleep pod at him. That'll put him to sleep, lock off. You're going to grab this cookbook here, which will allow you to make feated pots. This is important. This Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 4. You need to make feated pots. I'm going to show you about that in Lyurnia. And grab the map. And you can discover the Shafra River Wall healer. See that right there? You can put a beacon right there on that circle. And you can just circle around the Earth Tree. This is optional, collecting all the these tarnished golden sunflower, but once again, I can't pass up a freebie. There's 20 tarnished golden sunflower here. And you can buy the cookbook at the merchant at the Church of Ella to make holy water pots. These are they're pretty good. And make sure you grab the spiked cracked tier and the green spilled crystal tier, which you can put in your flask of wondrous physic. There, it's right on the other side of the Earth Tree. You just saw me grab it. And you can sneak around the other side of this teardrop scarab and get the ground stomp Ash of War, which I usually sell. It's not bad. I've had a lot of fun with this Ash of War, but in this run I'm probably going to sell it. And now we're going to go see that right there. That it's kind of it's clearly marked. That's Mistwood runes. It's clearly marked on the map. Put a beacon there. I'm going to go around this side here. Okay, I'm going to show you where I am on the west side of Mistwood runes. Grab the golden rune 2. Make another sleep pot. There's another lesser rune bear here. He's sleeping, but he'll wake up as soon as you grab certain ingredients. Make sure you grab the smithing stone 2 here. Go in sneak mode. Grab the mushroom. You can safely grab this Trina's lily and this Trina's lily. Everything else is going to set him off. So don't grab anything else until you put him to sleep. And I know this doesn't make sense. He's already sleeping. You have to put him to sleep, but this is the way to do this. Now you can safely grab all these other Trina's lily here while he's asleep. He'll stay asleep for 1 minute. You can go down here, make sure you do this, and get the Axe Talisman. This increase your charge attacks by 10%, the damage on your charge attacks. You can just hop on your horse down here, gallop out before the bear wakes up, point yourself towards the beacon that you put on the Shiofra River well earlier on, and go there. Okay, and it's just going to take the elevator down. And I think this is the only part of the entire run which I'm just going to speed up. So let me just speed this up here. Okay, once you get to the bottom, you're just going to discover the site of grace. On the way down, I made 2 sleep pods. And now we're going to go back to Murkwater Coast. Nope. Yep, there we go. Murkwater Coast. And we're going to hit up the troll field. Make sure you have those 2 sleep pods ready to go. This is another situation where it could turn into a total clusterfuck, depending on how the trolls are positioned when you get up there. Have a rest here, set everything, reset everything, and sleep till noon. You're gonna point yourself to the west. Hop up on the top here, point yourself to the west. And you're gonna jump up on top of this ledge here, right here. And hook around to the north. And you're looking for a spirit spring. And this is gonna take you up to a field full of trolls. But there's a statue in there that has 5 smithing stones, 1, and 1 smithing stone 2. Typically I jump up here and just wait and see what the trolls are doing. This is a total crapshoot, I noticed. They could be in any number of positions. You want these 2 trolls here to be patrolling away to the right. This is ideal, what you see right now. So you could just gallop past them. Safest way to do this here, there's a statue right there. You got to get a troll to break it open. So you want to run up to this troll right here, whack him to get his attention, lock off, run over to the statue, hop off your horse and stand right behind the statue. Make sure the other trolls, like, you haven't excited them. Okay, you can go towards him a little bit. He's going to run right through the statue, break it. He's going to do the swiping attack, and then just throw a sleep pod at him. And that'll make sure... I mean, he may have time to do an attack afterwards, but he'll go down. So now, you could just, like, grab the smithing stones. 5 smithing stones 1 and 1 smithing stone 2. And gallop away in peace. That's the easiest way to do this. You could just stay on your horse and try to fiddle around and... you know, bait him into running into the statue. I always find that really precarious. Like I say, for gamers of all skill levels, you may not be able to pull that off. So, you know, why not? Use a sleep pot. Up here, another graveyard, Golden Ring graveyard with these blow-up worms. You gotta run by them, just like I'm doing now. So you run that by that stack there and that stack there to get them to blow up. There's 3 of them. And then kill this ram here, because he's a pain in the arse sometimes, while you're trying to collect all the golden runes here. And I believe there's 8 here. It's a pretty valuable golden ring graveyard. This will give you like 7,000 runes, just like that. So collect them all. I believe that's 5. Six, 7, and 8. Yeah, I think there's 8. That's it. Alright. Turn to the north. Here I'm just double checking to make sure I got them all. I like to take the high ground. Looking back to make sure I got them all. Yeah, looks kosher. Okay. Gonna put a beacon at this crossroads right here. See these crossroads? Just below it. That was a mistake. This is Mr. Fumblefinger's right here. That's War Master's shack. Go to that beacon. And now everybody has lots of money. So if you want to double back to the other side of Grace there where the merchant had those smithing stones, if you couldn't afford to buy them, you can go back and get them now.
Not seen you before. Names, but let me ask, are you here?
Let's jam through his dialogue, and we're going to buy the no skill Ash of War.
Interesting. All I know is that now's the time to pass.
Right here. This will take the parry skill off any shield.
That's how I felt. It grants me. Well,
Okay, now only two characters start off with a decent shield. That would be the Vagabond and the Confessor. Everybody starts out with a shield that does less than 100% physical damage negation, if I recall correctly. So, we're going to get you a better shield. Grab some mushrooms here. Follow my route here. Once again, if I can't keep up with the commentary, just do exactly what I'm doing. Kill that guy there. He actually threw a firepot at me. Can't believe it. And you can go in sneak mode. Backstab this guy. And in this chest here is the Beast Crest Heater Shield. Really good shield. Has 100% physical damage negation. It's a medium shield. So it's pretty lightweight. You can double back to the north here. Spin around. At this point, the camp boss will start coming towards you. You just hop over him like that. And go grab an Exalted Flesh right here. And the mushroom. And head down the road to the north and ignore everybody else.
can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
Hit this side of Grace. Go across the bridge. You're going to have to make a judgment call on which is the safest way to go across to get past the Mad Pumpkinhead. And make sure you grab these 3 smithing stones right here. Strike that. 2 smithing stones. And hit up this merchant here. And buy 3 smithing stones, 1 from this guy. This will cost you 600 runes, so just cash in just enough runes to buy that. By the way, the name of the site of Grace for the other smithing stones that you may have had to pass up because you didn't have enough money, it's called Castle Morn Rampart. It's down at the top of the Weeping Peninsula. It's down at the south end. Castle Morn Rampart. Okay, so if you want to double back and get those smithing stones that you couldn't afford to buy, that's the name of that site of Grace. Continue to the southeast here to these runes here that kind of curve upward. You're going to just kind of like gallop right up the slope here, jump off the other side, and 3 more Trina's Lily here. Sleep Pots Rock. Keep grabbing those Trina's Lily. Head towards this tree here. The other side, you're going to drop off the ledge here and find the site of Grace. In Summon Water Village. You can rest here. Make sure you wait till daytime. Wait till noon. I always do that to make sure the night bosses don't come out and ruin the party. Okay, from here, just generally head in a northerly direction, north by northeast to be exact, running along the left side of these runes here. A boss is going to spawn, the Tiber Mariner. Don't worry about him. Just keep to the left side here, and you're going to grab 2 Trina's Lily here, 1, 2, and a smithing stone here. And that's it. And then, generally in the southeast direction, you could stop off here and spend the Stone Sword Key to get the Green Turtle Talisman. I don't really find it that useful. Maybe you get it later, but that's not really a priority. Here, go towards the birds. Find the birds there, and this will indicate and this teardrop scarab here, and this will show you this slope here, which is a safe way to get down rather. And another golden ring graveyard here, and collect all these golden runes. By the way, it takes a lot of time and effort to produce these walkthrough videos. If you want to help support Major Slack videos, I appreciate if you go on over to my Patreon page. There's a link in the video description. You pause the video and go over to my Patreon page and make a small donation. You can donate as little as $1 to help keep real walkthroughs alive. I really appreciate that if you do. Okay, thanks a lot. Back to War Master's shack, and see this little curve right here on the map. You're gonna put a beacon just above that curve. Gallop straight towards the beacon, and this is a great smoldering butterfly farm. There's like 8 or 10 smoldering butterfly always there, guarded by a couple of flame slugs, which you can instantly kill easily with one sacred blade. See, they're all the great smoldering butterfly. So if you need any more smoldering butterfly, this is where you come. Sacred blade in each one, instant kill, and gather up all those smoldering butterfly. And you probably want to put a marker here so that you remember, because fire pots rock. Fire pots, they scale with strength, eh? So that was Mr. Fumblefingers. I don't mean to do this. I mean, I'm trying to put a marker. There we go. He's a learner. Okay, next. Turn towards these runes right here. Basically to the southeast, there's a mushroom here. There's the Golden Vow Knight. Hop off your horse. Don't get his attention. Or rather, you can just gallop up here, but hop off your horse at the top here. Go to this edge here. Trying to get behind this teardrop scarab. He's going to give you a free Somber 1. Just sneak along this edge here so you can get behind him. Charge attack. And another hit. And that'll give you a free Somber 1. Get into sneak mode. And we're going to take out this knight here. He's a force to be reckoned with, but we can easily kill him with a sleep pot and a critical hit. So get yourself in these bushes over here when it's safe to do so. Wait right here. Make sure you got a sleep pot ready to go. And I'm pre-charging my my Lordsworn's Greatsword. This will give it extra damage just by shooting a Sacred Blade out. Target the horse. As soon as he stops and turns around, throw a sleep pot at him. This will knock him right out. Don't worry about that. Knocks him right out. Get right close, press the attack button, and you get a critical hit. Lock on, charge attack, finish him off. Actually, I believe I do not a charge attack, a strong attack, as a strong attack is faster. That's all you need to finish him off. And that will give you the Golden Vow Ash of War. Also very, very useful. And hop down here, and there's a Trina's Lily around here somewhere. Right there. And we just hop down to the bottom and discover the tomb, forget the name of this Death Touch Catacombs right here. Because it's right here and it's convenient, you're gonna want to come back here later. Not in this run, but you know, it's a great place to come to get the Assassin's Crimson Dagger Talisman by killing the boss in here, Death Touch Catacombs. So it's important. Out we go, and almost done. Back to War Master's shack. Now we're heading off to the west. There's 2K Cell Swords patrolling along here. There's also this mage that's just sitting down. Usually I like to kill him because he can really throw a monkey wrench into the situation by throwing a glintstone pebble at you as you're trying to get these fire arrows. See that guy there, that Caden Cell Sword? He's patrolling back and forth. You can see a little sparkly thing. Those are fire arrows. You need those. This is important. You must grab these. So whenever it's safe to do so, grab those. Those fire arrows are, it's like, you wouldn't believe what we can do with those 5 fire arrows. So make sure you grab those. And down here to Stormhill Shack. Discover it, and we're going to talk to Roderica. Up here, grab the stone sword key. And back down, we'll talk to Rodrika. And we'll just fast track her dialogue.
Everyone who only to have their own. Did you know? It's quite a. You're all on your own and heading to entice. Well, that, but I don't have. It's scared. I want on nothing. Oh, I know.
And eventually, he's going to give you the jellyfish ashes.
And it'll be glad.
Point yourself to the southeast, and you're going to drop off this ledge here. And there's a guy sitting out in the middle of the field, dead guy, sitting on a chair. And he's got 3 smithing stones. 1. Grab those, turn to the west, and go to the golden tree, and get yourself a golden seed right here. And now you can just follow the road straight up. All the way up. Don't worry about the wolves. Just blow right by them. And there's a group of soldiers patrolling here. You can just blow right by them. And you're going to go underneath the archway that's pretty much dead ahead right now. You're going to go underneath that archway. And this is going to take you on the secret path to Liurnia. Okay, it's showing you the map where I am. And there's one thing I forgot to do here. I forgot to get the Strength Knot Crystal Tear. We could just double back and get it afterwards. It's right near the Stormhill Shack. At any rate, continue. Grab this cookbook, which will allow you to make soft cotton. This Ash of War is not really that important down here. This is the Stormwall Ash of War. Once again though, I just can't resist passing up a freebie. Get behind this Teardrop Scarab. This is kind of like a parry Ash of War. And follow this route here. You're going to take the secret path up to Liurnia. There's a lot of roa fruit and a few mushrooms on the way. I just grab everything on the fly. Okay, show you the map where I am. Okay. We're kind of off the map now. Ignore all the wolves, unless you try to farm Thin Beast Bones. Okay, and bust into some daylight. I forget if I ended the run here or if I went and got the Strength Knot Crystal Tear. Oh yeah. Since this is the first site of grace that we've accessed outside of Limgrave, Melina will contact us and offer to take you to the Round Table Hold. Do that. That's non-negotiable. And Melina will take you to the Round Table Hold, an important site of commerce and occasional mayhem in Elden Ring. Okay, let's do an inventory. If you've been following this walkthrough, everybody should have 23 smithing stones, 1, 5 smithing stones, 2 somber smithing stones, 1, about 20 smoldering butterfly, a whole bunch of mushrooms, and about a dozen Trina's lily. So now we can make a ton of fire pots and sleep pots to our heart's content. Alright, and we're going to hit up this site of grace here, add a charge to our flask. And you see Rodrika there, he's just standing in front of the fire. That's what happens as soon as you leave Limgrave. she'll teleport here to the round table hold, and she'll leave a golden seed at Stormhill Shack. So let's go get that. And now come to think of it, the Strength Knot Crystal Tear, I didn't forget it. This was all part of the plan because I knew we had to come back here to get the golden seed, which is right here. Make sure you grab that. And now we're going to go out into the field and get the Strength Knot Crystal Tear and an Arteria Leaf. Okay, so just follow my route here, head to the east, into this field here. There's a troll there. You're going to have to make a judgment call about which way to go. The Strength Knot Crystal Tear is at the very end on the edge of the cliff. Post a comment if you want to see part 2 right away. I'm saying this because when I did my Hybrid Ranger run, it's a 10-part series, and I uploaded all 10 videos at once. There's the Arteria Leaf and there's the Strength Knot Crystal Tear. Grab those. Yeah, and I uploaded all of them at once, and some people actually complained that I spammed their subscription box with too many videos. So I was like, what? I never thought I'd see the day where people complain that I uploaded too many videos. So post a comment. You want to see part 2 right away? Post a comment. If I see enough comments, I'll put part 2 up right away. Alright? Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and I'll see you next time for some more Ultimate Power Start.